Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Adventist Information Network. I am Natalia Nancis. Tonight, we recap our main event for the month of May 2022. The Tobago Mission of Seventh-day Adventists hosted their annual sporting event on Sunday, 22nd May 2022. With us tonight would be Coordinator and Head of the Youth Department, Annette Lewis, and Sport Official, Shaquille Trim. Join us as we cover the sports highlights and get an insight into this very successful event. Before we get into our interviews with official Shaquille and Sister Annette Lewis, our youth coordinator, let's take in a few snippets from our march past.
It's movie time.
Joseph, we are your family now. Huh? We care for you here. I feel you are special.
What? No. Why have you come here tonight?
To be with you.
No. This is not just... No, I will not betray my master. No. No.
Everything you are, you owe to me.
That's the mid note.
Some of us may yield to temptations, but some of us will run for our lives. We are reminded of the power that comes in the name of Jesus to break every chain. Jesus gives us the victory. He can defeat the devil. Matter of fact, he has defeated the devil. We don't have to fight. Ephesians 6 remind us to push on the whole armor of God, that we may
run for their lives. Egyptians tried to pursue, but God slowed their march. It was all over. The Israelites marched through the Red Sea. However, the Egyptians who attempted to pursue were covered by the waves. And the Israelites rejoiced. Hallelujah, they were saved. Hallelujah, they were delivered. Hallelujah, God had made a way.
So here we have Sister Annette Lewis, our youth coordinator for the mission and the overall coordinator for the mission sports. And we have an official here who was very active on the track, up and down with the mic and everything. We have Brother Shaquille Trim. So welcome you guys. Right, so let's get right into it. Sister Annette, I'm going to ask you our first question. So what were your expectations of the sports? What were your expectations met?
Well, yes, they were met. I expected that the members to come out, first of all.
Right.
And I expected that persons would have a great time because, you know, we have been under lock and key to a certain extent, and a lot of persons would have had this pent up, you know, caged in kind of feeling. And sports is an avenue, gives you the opportunity, gives individuals the opportunities to kind of come out and really just relax, let go, you know. And so, yeah, my expectations were met after talking with many persons, a number of persons around the venue site. So, yes.
Okay, okay. Right, so that sounds good. So the turnout was as expected. How about the match displays? You know, what are your thoughts on what happened for the March Past?
Well, I can say that for me, sports, the highlight in sports for me is actually the March Past. I will admit that. I like the other events, the other activities that take place, but the March Past is the highlight for me. I love to watch the displays, the creativity. I like to watch the costumes, you know, everything comes together. I love the March Past, and regardless of whether persons came first, second or third, to me everybody is a winner when it comes to the March Past. I also like to hear the band. The band for me, for the March Past, is a really important and imperative part of sports.
And this year we of course used our Pathfinder
Of
band,
course.
right? And they were indeed, they were really good. Their performance was well done, you know?
Yes.
So we had the red team, which was Southwest. Shaki, don't get touchy on this side over there. We had the green team, of course. We had Mid-East, you know. We had the blue team, Mid-North, and then we had Central, who was in purple, right? So let's take it to Shaquille. Seeing that Sister Annette just told her that her expectations were met. Let's take it to Shaquille. Shaquille, what were your expectations met? Was the running of the sport smooth, you know? Did you see participation as one of the officials on the track?
Yeah, so as in all sporting events, we will have a great turnout. The athletes really came out and they really performed to their best ability. We were able to see some budding national athletes at our sports this year.
True, very
We
true.
may have had difficulties with crowd control, but the enthusiasm of the crowd, the energy that was there probably spurred them to just be a part of everything. And we really had a nice time. The officiating was very easy. We had some good Christian behavior in terms of accepting results.
Ooh, okay.
That was amazing. That showed us our camaraderie, and even after all this time, even with our competitive per se nature on the day, we were still able to cheer for one another.
Right.
We were still able to appreciate the different colors. I loved the green side.
Oh, thank you.
I love them. I cheered very, very loudly for them. And all kudos goes out to Central for taking the match pass.
Right.
And also the overall sports, the throne in the Northwest District.
I heard that Northwest dethroned someone else before. So who was that? Please tell us.
We all know that Southwest is a great Southwest. Yes, but we see that the different districts will have seen the sports, will have gotten enthused again to be back out to do group activities as our whole mission. We have seen that the different people wanting to come on for next year and really come out in their numbers to show support and to show camaraderie going forward.
And you see, as you're saying that, one of the ideas for sports, especially for the March Past team, is to bring that camaraderie, bring everybody together. It's healthy for us, and because we've been separated for so long, some of us haven't seen each other for so long. We all look different. There were some young people there that I haven't seen for a long time, and when the last time I saw them, they were here, and now they're up here, you know?
Very
so
true.
Looking really, really different. And it's healthy for us to come together, to fellowship together, to see each other, have those discussions, you know, that we would have had online, but now we can have them face to face. You know, we can see people's expressions and just get that real kind of homely togetherness kind of feel. It's really, sports is so important for us as an organization, you know, coming together, it's another level of fellowship.
So what you're telling me here is that sport is definitely something that we should always have on the annual calendar.
Yes, definitely.
Right?
We should always have something on the calendar annually where the churches come together. But we should also have, for the districts in their locations, should have something on the calendar for their districts, their churches to come together.
And it could be a way of, you know, warming up and trying to stay on top and not getting dethroned by Northwest. You know,
oh boy.
There for Shaquille.
Don't worry, Northwest is coming back. I have to admit, I originated from the Central District. My membership is actually in Central District.
Right.
But I am now currently attending Southwest District, a church in the Southwest District.
Both of you all against me tonight.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
That is definitely what is happening. I'm feeling the tension growing from the both of you all.
I told you already, sports is about the love.
Right.
The fellowship.
I tried to tell Shaquille that earlier, but
from an official point of view, the breaking them of the sports into smaller districts will definitely help in terms of on the day we'll be able to see, showcase the best talents from the best from each district, and also it will allow for us to have a very smooth running sports. More novelty events will be taking place, but I think that is what really makes a church sports a better sport.
Yes.
The novelty events where we can all, whoever you are, athletic or not, could be a part of it and really enjoy the time.
So I know that we are hearing a lot of positivity here, right? But we know we have to be honest, right? These things don't come across without a little bit of hiccups. You know, so is there anything you would like to improve for next year? You know, what you would like to see happen better than what happened this year?
Yes, for me personally, I would like to see some improvements. I'm not sure if because this is the first sports we're having for a while, the excitement with everybody, but
People
we
will
haven't
be
mentioned before the crowd control, right? I do have some ideas and some suggestions for having that crowd control in place. And hopefully for next year, we would have that in place. So that would be one of the areas. I must admit for this year, this particular sports, the concession area, I have to give kudos to the AY leaders for coordinating their vendors, their vending, everything that they had to sell, you know, the delights. And I have to admit, I tasted practically all of them, and they were tasting
I'm
good.
very sure you got
you know?
a doubles.
Yes.
I am very
Oh,
sure
doubles?
you ate a doubles.
I didn't get a doubles. I'm sorry, I didn't get a doubles.
pie then. I will have to report to Midis.
Oh my goodness. But yes, the area where usually we have challenges where it comes around selling food. I don't know, food seems to be that area in our lives where there's some kind of contention or something. But this year, yes, it's an area.
We're a little picky with food.
Yeah, a little picky with food. But this time round, everything just went smoothly. The AY leaders coordinated their teams, coordinated everything. They were on time, they set up, you know, and I just have to give them kudos for, you know, it's a testimony of their leadership.
Right.
Right? It's a testimony of their leadership in their local churches. And I'm really pleased, and I'm just so pleased and elated, you know, for them, for what they would have done, what they would have achieved. And I hope that they would have made and raised enough funds for their district, their churches.
I'm hearing good reports. I'm not going to say from who, but, you know.
My only drawback was because of the concession stand, I was not able to sample as much as an official down the field.
Well,
I have to speak to my boss, Sister Annette. I don't know why we weren't able to sample the concession. That was my only drawback.
Tension is still
What
growing.
you needed to just step away a little bit and then come back.
As Sister Annette said, it's crowd control, and definitely we will probably look at having more officials there to help us in case of emergency situations.
Right, so
where we have people on hand to help with all the medical needs that will be
Yes,
produced.
yes,
I think we got away this year because we had it a little later in the evening, which was nice. It was cool settings and everything ran smoothly.
Right, so Sister Annette did give us, you know, her highlights for up in the concession stand. She gave us, you know, what the crowd was like, you know, in the stands.
In the stands.
Right.
The crowd was very good in the stands. They were cooperative. There was occasion where I had to, you know, persons will come and say, oh, they're having a little concern here, a little concern there. But after speaking to individuals, it was not a problem. It's, you know, it's about how you speak, how you approach, how you talk with people, you know, and having a solution, right? There was a little situation, but I found a solution for it, and the individual was happy, and we all enjoyed sports. So, you know,
Great. That's really
rather
good to
than
hear.
causing a situation and anything like that, but it was good. And most people, from what I saw in the stand and those that I would have interacted, were having a good time. You know,
that's really
we're
good to
having
hear.
a good time. So yeah, the atmosphere in the stands was very good, very good.
So, Sister Annette, we're getting positivity despite all the hiccups from the stands.
Yeah.
So, Shaquille, how was the track? You know, we know on the track is where the competitiveness really stems from, you know. Some athletes don't really take losing very well, you know, but how was it for you on the track controlling
Sportsmanship
this?
was very high. I must admit that sportsmanship was very high. The athletes were concerned about each other. There was no grandstanding, even though I believe some grandstanding could have been there. There was no grandstanding. And the passes race was amazing.
Yes.
Passer map actually ran for about 40 to 50 meters.
And you know he wasn't
probably
tired.
jogged the rest. I think he was.
No, he wasn't.
Looked,
he
looked
came
sweaty.
and he was
He looked
passing
sweaty.
and he really, you know, passes and, you know, like these celebrities who pass for a high five and
Yes,
stuff. I was like,
I
wow.
don't think so. I think he struggled. we saw the young gun Shalon Kerr, new into Pastoral District, taking it away from the past champion, which was Pastor Frederick. Unfortunately, he wasn't there to contest his crown.
Right.
But Pastor Shalon Kerr won the race.
I saw him
We
take
also
off his
had a
hat in the
beautiful
middle of
time.
the race as well.
It was blowing off.
Oh, okay.
defense.
Wow, that's
we
a lot
also
of
had
speed
the
then.
big gun race, which was the 100 meter. It was greatly supported. it was a nail pincher. It came down to the former champ, David Roberts and Renison B, and a young person who came in second and took a slot in it. It was a beautiful race, it was a beautiful evening, and it was a great on the track.
Songs like the Pastors Race was your favorite race, Shaquille?
The Pastors Race was my favorite race.
Oh, okay.
I think the Pastors Race was everybody's favorite.
See, in Pastor Con, I'm looking back for somebody that was not there. It was amazing. It was a great race. It was a great race.
Here they go, ladies and gentlemen, on the inside. This is Pastor Mackenzie on the outside. Oh my goodness gracious! Look at the 47 foot. Oh, yo!
So we know that sports started with a bang. It started hot and ready, you know, for the day. So what started off sports was the March Pass. So what did you all think about the March Pass teams, you know, how they represented, especially with the theme Run for Your Life, you know, what is your view on the depiction of the theme?
They represented well, in my opinion. The March Pass teams were varying in size. So, you know, obviously they had to use the persons, you know, to depict their theme. Some would have had more persons to have a more dramatic presentation. They depicted their themes very well for me. As I say, March Pass is the highlight for me.
Right.
And I could follow the stories that were being presented, the lesson that was being presented for each March Pass team. And yes, for me, they presented and represented their districts very well.
Right. Shaquille, how about you? I know Shaquille was waiting for this question. So, Shaquille, how was the March Pass for you?
The March Pass was amazing. The people in green, they did well. But Central clinched it, and I believe that they truly deserved it. I believe that they worked hard, their props was on point. It really brought the whole thing together. And kudos to the other two teams. Big up to Southwest doing a backflip. And big up
yes, that was amazing.
Yes, it was. They really, I mean, they were small in number, but the effort was...
Yes, was a David versus Goliath effort by Southwest.
Right.
Big up to Southwest, always doing Goliath and David things.
Okay, Shaquille. So, okay, let me tease you all a little bit. You know, who was your favorite? I know Shaquille's favorite was Midis, but who was your favorite, Sister Annette?
From the March Pass team?
Yes, you could freely answer this question. You are the youth coordinator, and yes, so you go ahead.
Oh boy, you're putting me on the spot. You really are putting me on the spot, because now they're going to say, well, I don't know.
I mean, it's okay if you say Midis, that's fine.
All of them were my favorites because they were all different.
Sister Annette, we want the juice. We want to know who was your favorite.
If I was one of the judges, if I put myself in the position of the judges, and I would really lean towards Central.
Central won.
Yes.
Central did win.
Yes,
so
I would have leant towards Central.
They put out chariots.
Yeah, they really did.
And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I would have leaned so much towards Central, because they had their marching and their formation and everything that they would have done. March Pass is March Pass.
Right.
I expect to see marching in a March Pass. And for me, Central gave me, I had that kind of satisfied feeling because I saw a March Pass. Not to say that the others did not do a March Pass, but they filled my eyes with March Pass. Right.
So they had the drama, they had, you know, especially the chariot.
They had the March Pass in there. Middies had the March Pass as well, okay? But they started out with the drama.
Right.
And I would have liked to see the March Pass first, some marching come in, go into drama, finish off with the marching.
Oh, so you
Right.
wanted it to be, you know, a little bit more full.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I want to see my eyes full with march past.
Right.
Right, with
Right.
marching. The drama is good. The drama, we have some great actors in our churches. Brilliant, excellent actors.
Yes.
Right? We have the drama locked down to a T.
I think everyone
Right.
did a really great
Everybody
job.
did
with
a
the drama.
great job.
I think we had Southwest. Southwest had they depicted
Yes.
Run for Your Life with Joseph and
Joseph and yes.
Then we had,
Potiphar's wife, yes.
Middies, you know, run from the temptations of sin.
That's right. And Mid North as well.
We had Mid North
with the Temptations as well. They had
Right.
the young lady was in a skeleton costume.
Skeleton.
And she took off her bag and started, and they were prancing around like they were drunk and everything like that. Yes,
Right. And
yeah.
the labels for those bottles were pulled
Right.
off, thankfully.
Yes.
We didn't want to see what those were.
Yes, we didn't see the labels.
Right.
On the bottle.
Right. Who are we forgetting? Who are we forgetting?
Nobody.
Nobody. We covered everybody, right?
Covered every day.
Yeah, but I
yes.
think overall, Shaquille, from your point of view as an official, what was...
I am quite biased, Southwest all the way.
I was trying to get him to but he just forget it. Okay, Shaquille. Southwest?
Southwest all the way.
Okay.
Well, it's obvious here, you know, with teams we are leaning towards. It
I
goes without
mean,
saying.
Sister
you know?
Annette is faithful to Central even though she's a part of Southwest. Well, you all know who I represent. I was, of course, marching on that day. Thankfully, the Lord overcasted the skies and I still have my complexion intact.
Amen.
That sun was indeed beaming. And then we have Shaquille who is backing Southwest. And he promises to bring Southwest back on the throne after Northwest dethroned them in 2019.
Amen. Amen. Amen, sister. Amen.
Yes. Looking
All
forward
right.
to it for next year. Looking
Right.
forward to March Past for next year.
Right.
Definitely.
So we can say that we did enjoy the theme, Run for Your Life. We enjoyed the races. Oh, last question. And this is for Shaquille and Sister Annette, but mainly for Shaquille, who was an official. But Sister Annette, I want your point of view because you would have spoken to people in the audience, right? What race or what event were we missing this year that we have to incorporate next year?
There were a few novelty items that we obviously all love as a church organization, the tug of war, that is
Yes.
normally dominated by Southwest.
Very
right.
true, very true.
Um,
Wait, hold up, wait.
yes.
The last part, I didn't get it.
We had a lack of relays that we would love to have next time, especially the mixed events. So you have a combination of athletic prowess and non-athletic prowess there. And we definitely want to have some more novelty items.
Right.
Yes.
Some tractor games and things to really foster all age groups on the track participating at least once. And we definitely want to take into consideration the number of persons that could compete in a given event to kind of allow for everybody to
great-
feel that they are part
Incorporated.
Greater participation.
Yeah.
Yes.
of a part of the sports day, because at the end of the day it will take out the competitiveness and foster more brotherliness. Yeah.
More,
And
more
I-
of a fun spirit.
Yeah.
Yes, and I would agree with Shaquille
Right.
on all those points there. Yes, definitely.
Because
Definitely.
speaking to a few people, Shaquille was on the track as an official, but I was just there, supporting Mid-East all the way, right? I did hear exactly what Shaquille said, and that was people wanted to see relays. They wanted especially the tug of war. Sports was coming to an end, and people were like, sports can finish it at a tug of war.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it did, but there is always next year.
Always.
We look forward to more districts participating. We know that you all came out in numbers in the stands, but we want to see you all on the field as well, right? We look forward to seeing Shaquille as an official for Southwest, and if he's part of the team, well, some people are in trouble. Right. And Sister Annette, we'll see who Sister Annette is faithful to next year, whether it be Central or Southwest, stay tuned. And of course, you'll find me in green, whatever our beautiful uniform is next year for sports. Right, so coming down to the end of this interview, thank you all for being here. Official Shaquille Trim and Sister Annette, our youth coordinator and coordinator of the sports for the Tobago Mission of Seventh-day Adventists. We close off with a few snippets from our brethren who share their views on how they enjoyed sports and what the excitement was all about.
We are here with Marlon Abraham. So after 2 years of being locked down and not being able to participate in any sporting activities, how do you feel about today's sports?
Well, I feel very happy to be here. You know, it's been such a long time. I haven't seen so many brethren in one area. You know, despite we still have to do with little protocols in terms of social distancing, wearing masks and so forth, but it's a breath of fresh air. You know, there's no feeling of insecurity, no feeling of like I've missed anything at all, you know? But it's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to be here.
So here we are with Pastor Butcher. Tell us how you feel about the sports today.
Oh, excited. It is truly more than I expected.
So after 2 years of not being able to, gather with the brethren, how do you feel that, the crowd support and all of that?
Yes. I believe everybody was looking forward for this because the attendance is just so good. I believe all of the Adventist young people, they are here today.
So we are here with Barry Lovelace, right? Tell us how you feel about being here after 2 years of not being able to gather with the brethren for sports.
Well, yes, it does feel liberating, right? The Bible says, forsake not the assembling of ourselves together. And it's a wonderful, wonderful experience being able to see folks, that I've not seen in a long while, especially in this kind of this setting where you relax and fellowshipping and playing together and so forth.
So here I am with Kianda All. Good evening.
Good evening.
And how do you feel about being in sports after 2 years of lockdown and now you have been able to, gather with your brethren or your friends from all the other districts?
I feel very excited, very energetic. I am leading out Central right now and I can see how the youths are very engaged and they want to do something and nobody is really rejecting anything. So I think that they need this. And they needed this, they wanted this, so COVID kind of interrupted their energy. So you see, we have been winning some races, which is really good. So I'm glad that they have the opportunity now to use all that energy that was built up during the COVID. So just let it out right now.
Right, we are here with Sister Cindy Lord. Tell us, how do you feel after 2 years of not being able to, gather with the brethren for sports? How do you feel today?
I am thoroughly excited. I enjoy seeing all the brethren out, having a good time at the sports. The young people are so much involved, and even some of the adults, who are here. We are really, really happy to be together once again, enjoying each other's company in the sports.
And what district do you support?
Ladies! Yeah!
And would you be participating in any of the activities today?
I'm the official chair of the district, so that is my purpose here, to chair.
So here with me are some young people. So after 2 years of being locked down and not being able to, gather with the brethren, how do you feel about it?
Well, now, after the 2 years, it's good now, but it should be better next time.
So yes, we are here with Davlon Braffett. And how you are enjoying the sports today?
Yeah, the sports is going really good. I'm glad to be outside, After 2 years, it's just a good feeling, seeing the love and the camaraderie.
So, Brother Clark, tell us, how do you feel after 2 years of not being able to, gather with the brethren for sporting activities? How does it feel today?
Well, it feels very good after 2 years, and I'm pleased with the turnout. A good relaxing evening, seeing all the young people, exercising their talents. So it's good, it's good.
The winning March Past team, the Central District. The team leader is Miss Kianda and Miss Danielle, the commander. How do you all feel about winning the March Past today?
I feel relieved and like all our hard work has finally paid off.
I feel very stress-free because it was very stressful for me, especially, and I feel excited. And I'm glad for everybody. I know they will come back next year. We were contemplating it during practice, but it's a good thing that we won and our hard work paid off.
So what was the preparation like?
Well, so the last 2 weeks has been non-stop practice every night because we kind of decided, okay, we have to represent, and we got all information really last minute, and it was a struggle and it seemed hopeless. Even till this morning it was a complete struggle, but we made it through victorious. Big up Ike as well, our trainer who left his job early to come and help us, who last minute decided to pick us up and turned us into an OK team, team with a vision, a team with a plan, a team with the potential to win. He had so much other preoccupants, and he decided still that he would come and help us and support us. So we are really thankful for that as well.
He was really stressed out during practice and those kind of stuff, really stressed out. But we thank him very much and we love him, and we hope that he comes next year so that we can win as well.
So I hope that you all will retain the title next year.
Of course. We will not let Central down.
This is the Adventist Information Network. Thank you for joining us on the Adventist Information Network. Be sure to join us on the last Thursday of every month at 7:30 p.m. I am Natalia Nancis. Do enjoy the rest of your evening.